Good evening, my dear class 12 students. I am Mrs. Parvati, PGT Physics, Holy Hearts Educational Academy, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Today we will discuss about Ampere circuital law. The lesson number 4, magnetic effect of current. In the last class we have studied Biot-Savart's law and its applications. This class we are going to study Ampere circuital law. Let us recall our lesson number 1, Gauss law. Coulomb's law we have studied first of electrostatics and then Gauss law, right? So the alternative form of Coulomb's law is nothing but Gauss law in electrostatics. Similarly here also the alternative form of Biot-Savart's law is Ampere circuital law, right? So the alternative, it is the Ampere circuital law is the alternative form of Biot-Savart's law, right? So it also uses to calculate or to find the magnetic field induced by a current carrying conductor, no doubt. But we are calculating the magnetic field along the loop, magnetic field line we are considering due to current carrying conductor. Then from that place we are going to find out the magnetic field at a point, at a given point here. Okay, right. What is Ampere circuital law? The statement is nothing but very simple. The line integral of magnetic field. What is the formula for, what is the symbol for magnetic field? B. Line integral means dl. We have to integrate along the length. Whereas in Gauss theorem we have integrated along the surface. But here the closed loop, the path of the loop, length of the loop, line integral we are considering. The loop length we are integrating here over the magnetic field. Closed loop of magnetic field. The line integral of magnetic field is equal to mu naught times the current threading the conductor, the current flowing through the conductor. Once again I repeat, when the conductor is placed in air or free space. Once again, what is Biot-Savart's law? It states that the line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to mu naught times the current threading or passing through the conductor here, right? So this is the statement of Ampere circuital law. For example, if you take a straight conductor carrying current, this is a straight conductor. You know the magnetic field, if this is the direction of current, then the magnetic field lines are like this. You know it very well. Yes, if this is a straight current carrying conductor, the magnetic field is always perpendicular to the concentric circles and perpendicular to the conductor. You know that. And also we have studied the rule to determine the direction of current is right hand thumb rule. Like this also we have studied. Right? So, suppose if I am holding the conductor like that, this is the current, thumb is flowing, the curled finger shows the magnetic field. So I will show if this is the conductor, this is the magnetic field. Okay, so the line integral of magnetic field, this surface closed loop, along the closed loop is equal to mu naught times the current flowing through the conductor. This is the conductor. Pen is the conductor. I is the current flowing through it. Here this law is also applicable for symmetric currents. That is, current is uniform. Okay. So this is Ampere circuital law. I will show you in the diagram the Ampere circuital law here. See the diagram? Yes. This is the current carrying conductor and these are the magnetic field lines. The integral B dot dl over this surface magnetic loop is equal to mu naught times the current threading the surface. How much current is flowing through the conductor. That is called Ampere circuital law. How do we prove it? Proof for that is, consider a straight conductor, I already told you, and you know the magnetic field lines are circular here. Consider a small element dl, very small element dl on the closed loop, and you know the properties of magnetic field lines. What is the property of magnetic field line? If you take a point on the field line, draw the tangent gives you the direction of magnetic field. So this is the direction of magnetic field, and the length is dl. I am going like this here. Okay, dl. What is the angle between dl and b? 0, because the tangent is, dl is at the point just touching the surface, length of the loop, magnetic loop, and b is tangent. The angle between dl and b is how much here? 0 here. They are in the same direction. So according left hand side of Ampere circuital law is integral b dot dl, that is b dl cos theta. What is the value of theta? Just now I said 0. So cos 0 is 1, we know that. So integral b dot dl is equal to integral b dot b dl over a closed surface, not surface, closed loop. I am so sorry. It is closed loop, path. With respect to path only we are integrating, not with respect to area. Closed loop only we are supposed to say. The line integral means closed loop, path only we are integrating here. So b dot b outside you take, integral dl is equal to mu naught I by 2 pi r. We know the value of b, mu naught I by 2 pi r into 2 pi r. 2 pi r gets cancelled. What is left here? Mu naught I, which is equal to RHS. Hence proved. So we can prove the Ampere circuital law like this here, right? Now, how can you apply this law to the different cases, different objects, to find the magnetic field induced at a given point? Before we study the applications, we have to remember 3 points. Whenever we apply the Ampere circuital law, just like our Gauss law, we have defined Gaussian surface. Here we define Amperian loop. What are the properties of Amperian loop? Here there are 3 conditions given, out of which these 3, any one can be applicable, can be applied to our necessity. Here what is the necessity here? Out of these 3 we can choose one of the condition here, wherever we apply here. Okay, one condition can be applied. What are those conditions? Number 1, B is, that is, just now I said here, the magnetic field induction, B is tangential to the loop. Just now we have done here, B is tangential to the loop, or B is non-zero constant. It is always constant and non-zero. We can use any one. Second point is, B is normal to the loop, right? And third is, B vanishes. And that particular point, there is no B at all. It vanishes. Okay, once again, what are the 3 conditions? Number 1, B is tangential to the loop, or B is non-zero constant. Second is B is normal to the loop, perpendicular to the loop. Third is B vanishes. Any one condition, according to the situation, we will apply these 3 conditions. We select and then we'll proceed to find the B at a point given object. Okay. The first application is, let us find out B due to the infinite long straight conductor carrying current. This is conductor wire carrying current long. That is why this dotted line. Length is of infinite. And you know the magnetic field. I already showed you. Here, what? Circular here. Consider a small element dl here. And B, if you draw the tangent on the magnetic field line, B gives you the tangent gives you the direction of B. You know that. B and dl are in the same direction. That means theta is 0. So we have taken an Amperian loop whose properties are satisfied here. Which property? B and dl are what? Tangential. B is tangential here. Okay. Then, according to Ampere circuital law, integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught I that is integral b dot bdl cos 0 over cos 0 over a closed loop. Length of the loop is given by bdl cos 0 is equal to mu naught I. That is b you take outside, which is constant, and integral dl is equal to mu naught I, or b into what is integral dl? Integral dl1 plus dl2 and so on. It will give you the circumference of the magnetic loop, magnetic field line loop here, the property here, field line here, loop. So what is the perimeter of the loop? That is called circumference is 2 pi r. So integral dl means 2 pi r, put here. So we will get here p into 2 pi r is mu naught I, or b is equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi r. In this way, we are going to find out the expression for B due to a long straight conductor carrying current by using Ampere circuital law. And I would like to differentiate when do we apply Ampere circuital law, when do we apply Biot-Savart's law. Biot-Savart's law must be applied to a circular coil carrying current. We cannot apply the Ampere circuital law. Whereas in straight conductor carrying current, we cannot apply Biot-Savart's law. We should apply only the Ampere circuital law, because Ampere circuital law is nothing but loop. Over a loop here, magnetic field is formed here. That is the reason here. Right? NCERT, please see children and go through it. It is clearly mentioned that we cannot apply the Biot-Savart's law to a straight conductor carrying current to find out the magnetic field. Right? So, see you. Bye-bye.